We are now on chapter 7. Unfortunately, this is a fairly short chapter, so let's get started with it right now. This is regarding guests and other patrons. First, an introduction. An innkeeper owes certain duties to those who use the hotel's facilities. A hotel owes certain duties to guests, but not to others. And the outcome of many negligence lawsuits turns on whether or not the plaintiff is a guest. And again, we go back to negligence, which again is my favorite topic to discuss. So who qualifies as a guest? And this is very important in the court of law. To qualify as a guest, the visit must be for the purpose of what the inn operates. Usually it's for overnight stays. Attend the parties. Now remember, the parties are the guests and the hotel / innkeeper. There has to be a contract to occur. There has to be an exchange. Usually it's the room for the cost of the room. And the essential element of all contracts is that there is an intention by both to actually enter the contract. It means they both intended that a relationship would occur where the guest would sleep in the hotel and the innkeeper would provide it. Actions of the parties provide needed evidence to show that there was a contract that actually occurred. A request for a room or advance registration is sufficient evidence of intent. If the innkeeper indicates a willingness to register a traveler and provide a room, this is also sufficient evidence of intent. This should probably all be in writing or via the internet, which you will have access to print out. Registration clearly evidence intent, but is not essential for the relationship to exist. So you don't necessarily have to actually register, but you can show actions that you are intending to register. Registration, delivery of property. Here's an example. You give the luggage to the hotel before you even register. Soon-to-be guest evidence intent by transferring possession of luggage to the hotel employee. This is an example. Checking out. Once a guest pays the bill and checks out of the hotel, it is officially terminated. But it's not instantly terminated upon checkout if they stay there for a reasonable time on the premises. Guest illegal acts. Neither a false registration nor an illegal or immoral purpose in occupying a room changes their status as a guest. That's a tricky fact. Termination of a guest-innkeeper relationship. So when does it terminate? When you're not responsible anymore. The contracted time has occurred, has elapsed and has not been extended, meaning it says that checkout time is 12. Well, 12:01, there is no relationship. The bill is not paid when it's due. There is no relationship. Proper notice is given to vacate the hotel. A reasonable amount of time has passed since checkout. For example, if they check out at 12 and at 1 o'clock they're leaving the facility after lunch, well then the hotel may have had some responsibility from the 12 to 1 o'clock. But once they leave that hotel, it's a done deal. It's over. And the bill has been settled and paid. You paid your bill. You're out of there. Landlord-tenant relationship. A person who rents a room for a much longer period of time can be changed into the status of a tenant. So they are no longer guest. Tenant or guest depends on the following. In terms of the contract, usually the hotel and the guest is like a 1-day, 5-day. A tenant can turn into a weekly, monthly, yearly. Extent which controls the supervision of the patron's room. The rental rate, interval, length of occupancy, incidental services offered, cooking facilities, and types of furnishings, and who owes them in the room. That is it. That is actually chapter 7. So I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Again, I mentioned that it was really short, so that's a good thing. But nonetheless, it's a very important chapter, and I look forward to talking to you later.